Good morning. Welcome to Morning Movement, guys. Tiffany here. Thank you for joining me. If you have a mat, go ahead and grab it, or a blanket or a towel, so we can get started. We're going to jump right into it. And if you need your water nearby, you can go ahead and grab that as well. So let's go ahead and get it started. We're just going to have our feet right underneath our hips, or a little bit wider if you'd like. Hands are going to come all the way up overhead. Big inhale in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just really creating foundation here, breathing in and being in this place that we are now. So another big inhale. One more. Awesome work. Go ahead and bring the palms forward. Shoulders are back and down. We're engaging through our core in the front and the back. So our back is not arched and we're not kind of just slouching here. We're tucking that tailbone right through the legs. Shoulders are back and down, and the crown of head is straight up to the ceiling. So we'll go ahead and we'll start. Put our weight on the left foot. So we're pressing through all corners of that left foot. We're going to bring the heel up of the right foot and slowly bring that right knee up parallel to the ground. Work on our balance a little bit here. We're still breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. On the exhale, go ahead and bring the left hand over to the right knee, and we're going to twist over to the right. We'll be here for 2 seconds, guys. Hold on to it. And come back down, release with control. Nice job. Again, walk those feet out, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So bringing all of our weight onto the right foot, really getting a good foundation in those toes and the heel, and lifting up that left heel. Inhaling, exhaling to bring that knee up to parallel. Nice strong breaths here as we stabilize on this one foot. There's my assistant Coco, making sure all my angles are good. Breathing. And then turning to the left for a nice twist. And releasing, coming back, slow and controlled on the way down. Nice job. Those legs should be feeling a little bit fired up now. So we'll go ahead and walk them out nice and wide, trying to get the big toes facing each other just a bit. Hands are up, and we're going to turn and reach towards one side, opposite arm, opposite foot, and our left hand is up towards the ceiling, and our gaze is up towards the ceiling as well. Strong through the legs here, really feeling a twist in that back and a nice stretch in that left leg. And we're going to come right back up to our T. Continuing to breathe here and twisting it over to the other side. And coming back up. Awesome job. Now what we'll do now is turn that left foot forward, keep that right leg back, and we're just going to walk it back just a little bit and bend that front knee and come into our warrior two. Get a nice stretch in the inner thighs, but also pressing through them, and we'll reach back behind us. Nice side body stretch. Remember, we're not putting all of our weight on this arm. We just have it back here to guide us down. Strength is in the legs. And we're coming back up. Pressing through that foot, turning it over. And we'll just do the same thing on the other side. So getting your stance, your foundation, bending that front right knee. Big inhale. And stretch back. And coming forward. inward. And now we're going to hinge at the hips. So our legs are nice and straight. We're active through the knees. Shoulders are down. Core is engaged. Tailbone is tucked. We're going to push our glutes back and have a nice straight back as we go down. So nice and easy here. Pushing those glutes back. Feeling that stretch in those hamstrings. I'm going to sit here for a second. Just breathe. Really spread those fingers and push those arms out like they're being pulled from each side. Hold on to it. You got this. And release all the way down. Dropping the crown of the head. You can either grab the ankles, you can have the hands underneath the head, or you can even reach the hands behind you to help bring you down a little bit farther. We're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth here. Feeling that stretch in those legs and that upper back. Nod that head no, and yes. And we'll bring our arms right back out to the side. And with our core, squeezing that belly button to that spine, we're going to lift up, pressing through the legs. Back to halfway. Breathe. And then all the way up. Awesome work. So go ahead and walk those feet in. Bring the hands down nice and slow. You can shake the legs out if you need to. And then we'll come to the top of our mat or a blanket. Some more inhales here. So arms up overhead. One more. And then we swan dive all the way down, reaching for the toes. Sitting here for a second, feeling how tight those legs might be, just really getting good stretch, slight bend in the knees. Plant the hands, bend the knees, and walk the feet back to a nice plank position. Settling here for a second. And coming all the way down. Nice job. Go ahead and bring each foot up. Have some brightness in those toes, so flexing those toes. And then we're going to gently grab the ankles. And we'll kind of sit here for a quad stretch really fast. So keeping those shoulders away from the ears again, nice and down the back. Feeling the stretch in the front of that thigh. Breathing here, just being in this position, letting the body get used to being down on the ground. And then with your next inhale, kick the feet into the hands for a bow or a nice stretch. And inhale. Bringing that chest up, trying to keep those knees close together. We're here for a second, guys. Keep breathing. Try to lift the knees a little bit, kick into the hands a little bit more. And slowly release. Slowly release the legs. Awesome job. You can have the forehead on the ground. Untuck the toes. So now we'll take one arm out to the side. So my right arm is going out. We'll take the left arm right underneath the left shoulder. And we will push ourselves over to open up the chest. We're here for a second. If you need a little bit more, you can bend that left leg, and then you can also bring that left arm behind the back to get a little bit more of the stretch. And that check in that shoulder, that right shoulder. And slowly come back, planting that left hand underneath that shoulder, coming all the way down. And we'll switch arms. So the left arm goes out long. Right arm comes underneath the shoulder. And we twist. And like I said, if you need more, you can bend that right leg and bring that right arm behind you. Breathing here, opening up those shoulders. Straightening that leg, bringing that arm back over, and all the way down. Hands underneath the shoulders. We'll push up into our tabletop position. So here you can do a little hip rotation here. Okay, come back to neutral. Now we're going to do our bird dog. So we're going to do a nice stretch here. Right arm, left leg comes up. Stabilizing with the other arm and leg. Right arm comes out to the side. Left leg comes out to the side as far as possible. Hold it, breathe. Bring them back in. Crunch them in towards each other. Continue to breathe here. Bring them back out. And plant. So now we're switching sides. Left arm, right leg goes up. Bring them out to the side. Bring them back to the center. Continue to breathe. Bring them in to each other. Right back out. And then plant. Good job. We'll do this one more time on each side. So right arm up, left leg back. Out to the side. Back to the center. Crunch them in. All the way back out. And plant. Left arm, right leg up. Out to the side. Back to the center. Crunch it in. All the way back out. And plant. Nice job. And then go ahead and take your knees wider than your hips. And go, keep the toes connected. And just sit those glutes back onto the heels. And stretch that upper body out. Pressing that chest into the ground. Breathing super deep here. And we'll go ahead and walk it all the way up. Come to a seated position. Legs out front. So you want to kind of move the meat from under the sits bone. Shoulders are back and down. Crown of the head is all the way up. Toes are flexed. Hands up overhead. And we're slowly going to fold forward, reaching for the toes, the ankles, the shins, the knees, whatever you can reach. Keep that flexion in those toes. Breathe into these crevices here. With each exhale, try to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. Try to straighten that back out a little bit more. Deep breaths into the gut and fully exhaling the air. And slowly come all the way back up. And then a slight bend in the knees. Hands are up overhead. And fully collapse onto those knees. So as much as you need to bend them to bring your forehead or your nose to your knees, bend them generously. Really collapse over those legs with some support. Nice compression on the stomach. And come all the way back up. And we'll turn and do our butterfly stretch, opening up the groin, opening up the hips, soles of the feet together. You can give yourself a nice little massage here if you'd like. Pressing with the elbows down onto the knees. Open up that hip area. Crown of the head is still nice and long, tall. Make sure that you're pressing evenly. Sometimes we'll press a little bit harder on one side. And we'll go ahead and assist our knees back together. Slowly find your way to a standing position, keeping the head low. Feet are together, generous bend in the knees. Kind of dangle here, grab your elbows. And then a nice big inhale to come up. And you're all done, guys. Hope you're feeling nice and awake and your blood is circulating. Me and Coco say see you later. Have a good day.